Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the finals in the U15 girls division here at the 23rd annual Parker Bohn III Scholarship Tournament. My name is Justin Bohn, and my co-host is Michael Harmon Jr. Phil, I appreciate you putting Brandon on that graphic here. That really means a lot.
Keep your top going, of course.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the girls are just about to wrap up practice here. We've got Allison Stakowitz and Anna Antony. Anna is the winner out of the winner's bracket.
So she will have to be beaten twice, right?
That is correct.
Got it.
Allison was our #1 seed coming into the Final Four bracket in the U15 girls division. Anna actually defeated Allison in the first round of qualifying, or in the first round of match play, 337 to 334, and then Anna would go on in round 2 defeating Ava Mazzella, 371 to 353. Allison would lose the first round like we just talked about, and then she'd defeat Abby Turney, 362 to 344, and then Ava Mazzella, 331 to 325.
So, Justin, as we're about to get started here, what are you seeing is going to work for these girls today in this championship match?
So they are, I'll let Parker finish here. Alrighty, as our competitors are about to get started here, Allison is going to start this 2-game total wood match. They're bowling on a 42-foot pattern. The ratio is about 3.5 to 1. I expect these players to be playing in the middle part of the lane. Scores have been at a medium scoring pace, not too low, not too high, but there is definitely some opportunity for score here as Allison gets it started off.
Throwing in infinite physics. A little bit left to target there. Leaves the 5-6-10.
Yeah, not the start she was hoping for, but definitely a makeable spare, splitting the ball in between the 5 and the 6, and hopefully the 6 going right into the 10. It's going to be close. Oh, splits the 5 and the 6, leaves the 10. She'll start out with an open frame.
And Anna actually two-handed. Interesting to see. You don't see a lot of two-handed girls nowadays.
No,
but,
not at all.
She takes advantage of the advantage, which is having 2 hands on the ball.
Absolutely.
She's throwing the Ringer Platinum Pearl, I believe.
Yeah,
so,
little throwback ball here.
Yes, starting way deep.
Little left to target, but a nosedive there.
It's a break. It's a break.
Yeah, she
definitely appears to be taking advantage of the shim. You see a lot of the U18 boys doing that, especially as the block progresses and as they can get even further left. But she is definitely taking advantage of the shim, just getting in left and taking advantage of the hold. And hopefully when she misses right, she believes, you know, it'll just bump right up off that track area that's burnt up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little better shot there. Wow.
Not a great break there, leaving a big 4. She's definitely going to be able to have a little bit of an advantage here, being able, with that higher rev rate, she's going to be able to take a little bit of a step left of Allison, where Allison's a little bit more of a down and in player. Anna's going to be able to open up the lane a little bit more.
Looks like she needs to move left, though, because both those 2 shots did go high, so she's going to have to make an adjustment next time she's up in the 3rd frame.
Good effort there, only going to get 1. The winner of this championship match is going to receive $700 in the U15 girls division.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome prize fund.
We have a great prize fund here at this weekend's Parker Bohn III Scholarship Tournament. Over $23,000 given away in just the bowling alone in the singles. As Allison steps up here in frame 2.
Little left, but gets it to push there.
Yeah.
Really good shot. So.
Yeah, over $23,000 given away in the singles event. $32,000 total across the weekend here at Howell Lanes and Rev Rates VIP Entertainment. It's been one heck of a weekend, and it's definitely a great opportunity for all these kids on the Northeast and the ones that have even traveled from many different states to come and compete.
Allison going for a double here on the left lane. Oof.
Good pitch there.
Yeah.
Unfortunate break leaving the 4-9.
She's playing so close to the head pin that she's just going for the high, hard one hit. And unfortunately, sometimes you just get it even just a little bit left of that. You just pay the ultimate penalty, which is a 4-9, or even like I've seen a couple 4-10s from there. So gonna look to slide to 4-pin straight over here. It's definitely got a chance of this. It's got a hook.
Just going to get one there.
Gonna get the wood.
Going to take the count. Allison's going to sit back down with 35 in the third and up 24 in the second. Last time on this lane, she went high, nosedive, getting the 3 out late. Let's see what kind of adjustment she makes, you know, whether it's a break point move, moving her break point a little bit further right, or like we talked about, playing the shim and moving her feet a little bit further left.
I think the first young lady that gets their ball to see the pattern the right way and go through the pins the right way, just like that, and settles in and starts repeating some more shots is going to win this match.
Absolutely.
Because they both look a little nervous, but completely understandable here.
Yeah, you know, we've got
awesome atmosphere in Bohn's League training right here. Awesome atmosphere. We got a lot of people watching, which is awesome, supporting these young ladies and watching them do what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a great facility here, and you know, the ambiance is fantastic here for these competitors today. You know, the final 2 in each division are going to be held here. You know, almost in a PBA finals kind of feel. As Anna steps
Gonna need
up.
a push. Ooh. 9-pin stays up there.
Yeah, that was
almost got a really good break there.
Yeah,
so
that was almost a really good break. As she
still a good break to get 9 on that one though.
Yeah,
so she's gonna take advantage of that, make her 9 spare, sit down.
I will say this: Anna is only 12 years old, so she is one of the youngest competitors we have in the U15 girls division here, and she has worked her way through the winners bracket, and will have to win one of the next 2 matches here. In order to win.
She might be 12 years old, but she's already got 3 SYC titles under her belt, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, she is a part of the
That's
SYC.
better than you and me combined, brother.
Yeah, you've got that right. Allison steps up here off of the 4-9 and the frame prior.
That is good. Oh, just never read. I thought that was a really good shot from her. I thought she will put that one right where she wanted it. The ball just never read up there.
Yeah, you know, she's playing a fairly tight line in the pocket with not a lot of forgiveness. And that could just simply be because of her playing style. You know, bowling on the 42 feet, a little bit of a longer pattern where, you know, she's got to be a little bit further right than most of the girls, and her eyes a little bit further left, a little more direct line.
Gets all 3 there. Only down by 7 right now through 3 frames, so still this is anybody's match. Nobody has doubled yet, so
We'll say.
I think a fair prediction is the first person to double will win. I think that'll be a telltale sign.
I think this is going to be a match of filling frames, and whoever fills the most frames is going to end up winning. When I look at the bracket, the high score in the girls division was only 371. So it's going to be filling frames for sure.
It's going to need a push.
Fortunate break there, getting a 10 out.
So that is definitely a fortunate break, but I'm a believer in you create your own luck. And the way she is attacking the pattern, you know, throwing it straight up the lane, hitting the head pin every time. Breaks like that happen.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I once was told by a very good bowler, if you hit the one in the front, good things will happen.
Absolutely.
Until you leave the big 4.
Well, yeah.
Or for your case, you get 4 through the face. I know you're pretty good at that one.
Thanks, Mike. So Anna there leaves the 3-4-6-7. Definitely, like we talked about with her rev rate, she's got an opportunity to leave those high hits that some of our higher rev players have left throughout the competition. Not ultimately the shot she was looking for there, as Allison, you know, filled the last 2 frames. But going for the spare here. Looking to get right of that 3-pin.
She's going to need a push.
She's going to take her
tap. Gets to 2.
Get 2. Yep. So Anna, 3 SYC titles, 2 DJVT titles. She was a high qualifier this year at Junior Gold. She is a part of the SYC All-American team for 2022, and she is a 3-time Pepsi champion, by the way, all at 12 years old.
And she shot 290 before.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
She steps up here in the 6th off of the open frame.
Runaway Brooklyn again on the left lane. I think she's got to just settle down. I think she's trying to overpower the ball to the break point that she needs to get it. I think if she just takes a second, settles down, gets her shoulders pointed more toward target, and just lets it float there, she should be all right. But going after this 3-9 here.
Definitely not the easiest spare in the book.
Very good cover.
She makes it pretty convincingly there.
Yes.
But definitely, you know, the nerves can be settling in. You know, we're in a different atmosphere than we have been throughout the entire event, and you know, you've got all eyes on you. It's pretty quiet in here. You know, this is the place you want to be. This is the place you want to get to, and the place you want to perform in. So Allison stepping up here in the 6th on a strike,
Chance
looking
to take a commanding lead here.
Yeah.
Makes a really good shot. Nothing wrong with that. 9 spares really good here. So.
Yep. She's looking at a 9-pin lead with a spare in the 6 here.
Let's talk about Allison a little bit. She is not shabby of a bowler herself. First triple count PJBT winner, bracket survivor. She won the bracket survivor, the Masters, and then the championship weekend, which makes her the first ever to get the triple count in the PJBTs. And I believe she's won a couple Pepsi tournaments as well.
Yep, looks like she's got a Pepsi title under her belt. PJBT being one of the surrounding areas tournament series that we have here in the Northeast. That shot goes a little light, leaves just a 2-pin. First Triple Crown winner in PJBT history. You know, that's a pretty neat feat. There's only been 23 or 24 years of that tournament series, and to win all 3 of those events in the same year, between the bracket survivor tournament, the Masters event, and championship weekend. You know, that's pretty special. So. Steps up here, no problem with the 2-pin.
Good spare.
As she's going to sit back down on the bench in the bottom of the 7th in game number 1 here with a 8-pin lead. Now,
Anna is going to step up here on the right lane, and let's see what adjustment she makes. She's got to try to find a way to get her ball further right down lane here, or she's just going to continue to go runaway Brooklyn. So.
Yeah, definitely going to have to make a move here. You know, take a couple deep breaths, you know, calm back down. We're already in the 7th frame of game 1, so, you know, filling some frames, getting lined up would definitely be key.
It's looking good. Very good shot there. Appeared to me that she moved her feet a little bit left there, caught more of the oil, and ball pushed further down lane there. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very good shot.
Looks like she made a really good passer off her hand. Got a clean off of her hand, which, you know, I believe is one of the biggest keys to success over a long period of time, is being able to get it clean off your hand. Definitely gonna, as she steps up here in the 8th, gonna want to do the same thing again, and she can actually take the lead here. Looks pretty close. Gets the light mixer. Great shot there from Anna. She doubles in the 7th and 8th and takes a 2-pin lead here late in game 1 of this 2-game total pin match.
Allison just got to stay to the process, keep on cleaning frames. So. That's good. Really good shot there. Leaves the 10-pin. Unlucky break.
Yeah, another good pitch there from Allison, leaving the ring 10, hitting the pocket. Again, things out of your control is what we call that. You know, you do the best you can to hit the pocket, but ultimately you can't control how many pins you knock down. She misses the spare there. Unfortunate break there. Definitely not the frame that she wanted to have after Anna just stepped up and doubled to take the lead from her. So I do want to take a moment and give a quick shout out to our presenting sponsor of this year's Parker Bohn tournament, the brands of Brunswick. Brunswick, Ebonite, Deviate, Radical, Track, Hammer, and Columbia 300. Presenting sponsor of this year's event and have been on board for a number of years. And we want to thank Brunswick for their continued support of the Parker Bohn III Scholarship Tournament.
Period Allison missed right there off her hand. Leaves the 1-2-4. Gonna want to just cover this up, you know, sit back down, take a deep breath, regroup. There's a lot of bowling left in this match.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't win it in 9 frames, but you certainly can lose it in 9 frames. So just gotta take a deep breath now, regroup.
Absolutely.
Start over.
You know, big frame there. You know, when you can't get them all down on the first one, the biggest thing in a match like this is getting them all down on the second one for sure. So, you know, much better frame there in the 9th, even though she missed a head pin, but still made the spare. As Anna stepping up here on a double, looking to make it a triple and take a pretty commanding lead at the end of game 1.
Appears pretty good if it hooks. Gets back to the head pin.
Yeah, very
leaves the 2-7.
Yeah,
unfamiliar leave. I'd say
pretty fortunate break, you know, simply by just leaving the 2-7 and not there being a 10 with it, or missing the head pin and leaving a washout. She had some footing issues there on the approach, it looked like. Didn't have the best balance at the line. But, you know, this is a somewhat makeable spare. Let's see how she attacks it. Good spare there from Anna, making a 2-7. As she is stepping up in the 9th here with a 12-pin lead in this 2-game total wood match.
Stepping up in the 10th.
Yes.
The 10th.
What'd I say?
You said the 9th.
Oh,
but it's all right.
Well, she's stepping up in the 10th.
It's all right.
So Anna is our higher seed in this match. Anna did come out of the winner's bracket. She will have to be defeated twice in order to finish second, but she has to win one of the next 2 matches. If she wins this match,
she got to choose lane, so she chose actually to start on the left lane, or on the right. No, wait. No. She chose to finish last next game.
Not her best shot there, leaving the 3-10. As we get a quick peek at our trophy for 1st and 2nd place.
Pretty sick colors.
Yeah.
They look really good. That's all I have to say about that.
Yep.
It looks super nice check. Nice 2 trophies there. Nice color scheme.
Yeah, they've
appears that has changed from last year or previous years from the red and blue theme.
Yep, as Anna misses left, is not going to get any count on the spare there. She's going to finish up with 162.
So Allison with a mark here on the first shot here in the 10th can basically have this game tied up going into the second game.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a big 10th frame. Filling this 10th frame is going to be huge.
Good shot if it reads. Fails to just get up the hill there, so she will leave the 2-5. Very makeable spare here.
Yep, looking at a pretty makeable spare, good frame here. The ideal goal is to fill the frame, get as many pins on the fill as you can, and it's basically going to be a tie ball game here heading into game 2. But as we talk about the trophies one more time, you know, the big check, the bowling ball, have been trademark of this event for a number of years here. And it's always cool to see who's going to take home that 1st place bowling ball and check. As Allison makes the spare in the 10th with all 10 on the fill, we are going to have a tie ball game heading into the last game of this 2-game total wood match here in the U15 girls division.
I think this is a really important shot here for her to just gain back some confidence. You know, hit the 1-3 dead in the face here, get 10, and gain some confidence going into this final game of this match here. Sticks it at the line. That's pretty good.
Great pitch there.
Very good shot there from Allison to tie it up going to game 2 of this first match here.
As Parker's going to walk out.
like I said, is going to be starting and finishing last in this second game of this match. Justin, when you have the higher seed and you get the choice, do you pick to finish first or do you pick to finish last? What is your favorite position?
I will answer that after we see Anna's first shot here. Pretty good pitch there, getting them all down. That's the way you're going to want to start game 2.
Pretty good is an understatement there. That was flush.
Yes. So, you know, if I've got choice in a setting like this, I would want to put the pressure on my opponent. I would want to make them, you know, I'd want to put all the pressure on them. I'd want to sit down knowing that I did everything that I could, and they've got the ball in hand to ultimately control what they can.
It's got a hook. Got a hook. And gets a really good break there to lead the 2-pin. That is, she's got to be very happy with that one because that could have easily been a 2-8, 2-8-10 or a 2-10 there. So.
Yeah, definitely doing a good job of leaving some pretty makeable spares here.
She's doing a very good job of leaving 9 a lot, which is in this setting, in this match, when, you know, 162 is what they're kind of shooting the pace. 9 spares is really good.
Oh, absolutely.
She makes it, so spare on the 2-pin there.
So yeah, definitely would want to, you know, start the match second and
finish first then.
Yeah,
basically.
Absolutely. I would want to be in Allison's position here. She's going to finish this match first. She steps up in the second after the filled frame in the first. Goes a little high there, leaving the 3-pin.
Another 9.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's the biggest key here, like we talked about earlier. You know, the key to success are going to be filling frames, and that's ultimately who's going to win the first, or to win this match. Is going to be who fills the most frames. You know, the score of the first game was 162. If you were just joining us, basically looking at a tie ball game here with, you know, 8.5 frames left here in the U15 Girls Championship match.
She makes spare there on the 3-pin. Pretty solid. So now Anna's going to step up here on the right lane with the chance to put a double together, which would only be the second double of this match. So. Good pitch. It's got a hook, though. And it just fails to get up the hill there.
Yeah,
I think what happened is at the start of the match, she was missing a little bit left, and then she falsely moved her feet left. So now that she's hitting the target more and getting it further to the right, it's not picking up as much.
I think she's playing that the line of hold, right? And as we look at this 2-5 here, in a position to be very choppable, as the 2 and the 5 are a little bit more separated than I've typically seen in the past. So let's see how she attempts to spare. And she's going to miss the 2-pin. Only getting the 5. She's going to have an open frame in the second. But again, back to what I was talking about. You know, she's playing that line of a little bit more hold, to where, you know, when she does miss right, where some of the other players have had a little bit more forgiveness, she doesn't have as much because she's, you know, using her miss room to the left, using it as hold. So
let's see her bounce back here on the left lane. Make a good shot here.
Pretty good pitch there.
Pretty good. Hits that right-hand side down lane tracer on the 10 board. It's typically on these Brunswick lane surfaces. You really want to hit that down lane tracer, no matter what type of angle you're playing.
Yeah, those are typically very good indicators of, you know, where your ball is at down lane, and really good to use when you're bowling on some challenging conditions.
That's good. Oof, really good shot there. Leaves 9 again. I'm telling you, if she leaves 9 every shot this game and picks it up, she'll be a winner.
And we've got a couple of hand raises here.
Couple hands in the air. It is a 5-pin.
Got the parents starting it, so it's all the good fun here.
Never a doubt.
Nope, going to make the spare, no problem, as she is going to head into the 4th frame with a 10-pin lead here. And like we talked about, you know, Anna's got 2 strikes here so far, but she does have an open frame. Allison's got 3 9 spares in a row, and she's the one in the lead in this match. Like we talked about, filling frames being the biggest key. Allison doing a fantastic job of that right now at the moment, and hopefully she can.
She's just hitting a 1-3.
Yeah.
Walking back, picking up her spare ball and making a spare.
Yeah, her ball's not doing anything crazy down lane.
She's doing something very simple. Not a bad pitch. And she gets the light mixer right there. Big hit.
Yeah.
Gets a strike on the board here.
Big hit there from Allison Stakowicz. She sits down in the 4th with a strike. She's got 58 in the 3rd. Anna has 28 in the 2nd. So, you know, her ball's not doing anything crazy down lane, not leaving a whole lot of designs. So she's doing a really good job of leaving herself makeable spares, and then she's making them. So Anna up here on a strike, looking to make it a double.
Good shot there.
Goes high, trips out the 4, leaves a 9. Good break there, you know, not leaving the 4-9.
Just a little bit left to target.
Yep.
Gets the trip on the 4-pin. Makeable spare here. And gosh, these girls throw it pretty good for being at the age they are. It's crazy.
And we've got Anna's only 12 years old here.
Yeah.
And you know she was the winner in the winners bracket in the U15 girls division. You know she's got quite the style. I'm really looking forward to seeing her progress in her young ages here as a two-handed player. It's going to be pretty neat to see. There's not a lot of two-handed girls out there, and to have one here in the championship match is pretty cool.
Looks like a good shot. Ooh, just a little bit left of that down lane tracer. High through the face here, leaves a 6-10. Very makeable.
Yeah, you know, good, solid pass at the ball. Just going to touch high, but ultimately, you know, she's left with a makeable spare. And that's going to be the biggest thing is filling these frames, but you got to leave the makeable spares first. So. Great spare there. No problem on the 6-10 there for Anna.
These two girls, you touched on it. These two girls saw each other in the first round this morning, and it was a pretty tight game there. I'd say 334 for Allison and 337 for Anna, who ended up winning by 3 sticks. So very tightly contended, just like this one right here. Nets a little high, but gets the break there, just leaving the 3-pin.
Yeah, like
very makeable.
You know, like we just talked about, Michael. The biggest thing is that when she doesn't hit the pocket, she's getting 9 most of the time.
She's hitting the head pin every shot.
And she's leaving makeable spares.
Yes.
You know, got to be a good spare shooter in these moments, but leaving makeable spares is half the battle.
And she runs down the 3-pin.
Yep, makes the spare no problem. So
making the game look very simple at the moment.
Got to keep it simple. So Allison here in the lead, 12 pins, going into the last 5 frames of the girls' championship match. If Allison wins, they will bowl a second match on 1 and 2, the if necessary
fresh
round.
oil too. So.
Yes.
And gets the break there, crossing over. Are they able to make surface adjustments in between these matches, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
So fortunate break there for Allison.
I don't know how much that will come into play, but just to let the viewers know, they are able to make surface adjustments.
Anna stepping up here in the 6th, looking to get on the strike train a little bit. You know, she's been able to
That
throw a couple strikes
good.
here.
Yep.
She's
Gets the light mixer, hits that down lane tracer. Just like we said, the really good indicator of whether your ball is going to hit the 1-3 or not is that right-hand down lane tracer. She just hit it perfectly and gets the light mixer to carry.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, she's been the one that's been able to get her ball to the pocket, and when it does get to the pocket, she's been able to throw a couple strikes. So she's looking to step up here in the 7th and put another double on the board and get the deficit down to 2. Looks close off her hand, likes it. Great pitch there from Anna Anthony.
Big double makes this game very interesting.
Absolutely. So we're
now
coming down the stretch
here.
here.
2 pins for Allison. Only a 2-pin lead now for Allison. So
That was a massive 6th and 7th frame there for Anna as she cuts the lead down to 2. Allison in the same position though, take the lead back up to 12.
Got a hook, and she gets it to hook, gets the light mixer. We've seen that shot from her this entire match go, you know, just go past the break point and leave a 2-pin. That one, it started to hook right there. We see Lena's transition a little bit
Yeah, that's
And I will tell you, Justin, your father once told me, it's not a good break unless you throw a good one after it. And she just did that. She got
absolutely.
a good break on the left lane, but then she made sure to, you know, settle down, throw a really good shot on the right lane there, take advantage and get the double.
Can increase the lead to 22. And goes
She
Brooklyn
gets
again.
another break.
Goes Brooklyn again. And those are two pretty massive breaks, you know, being able to strike in between the two Brooklyns, as she is now sitting down in the bottom of the 8th, up 22.
Looking
And
pretty good right now.
yeah, she's in a pretty good position here, as she's
All
really
the pressure is on Anna right now. So
as she's looking to go into that, if necessary, match.
it's a little right. Ooh, leaves the bucket.
And not the hit Anna was looking for there, leaving the 2-4-5-8.
Yeah. She's so far left that when she just gets it that hair right, the ball is never going to see it. Especially when she's playing with these balls, with that, what is it again? The ringer, I believe.
Yeah.
The ringer platinum pearl with a lot of shine on it, so it's not really going to want to dig through the pattern.
Yeah.
Really good spare there, though.
Yeah, I think
Very impressive.
you know now I'd look at, you know, possibly another ball. You know, you're in the 9th frame, maybe not quite yet, but you're,
I don't think so. I think she
down.
gets up there, she throws a strike here, and
At least-
you know, let's see what Allison does.
yeah, at least, you know, keep it in the back of your head. You know, she's gonna have to finish the match, so she's gonna know what she's gonna need in the 10th frame. Stepping up the 9th here, you know, pretty big shot to kind of stay in this match. Looks like it could be close.
Right of the tracer there. Yep. And that ball just didn't have a chance to get back to the head pin, so just leaves the bucket with the 7 pin here.
Yeah, definitely not the 2 frame that she was hoping for after Allison.
And that 6 and that 5 were both, the 6 was on a double and then the 5 was on a spare, so both of those counts matter as well, which is not going to be very helpful. So Allison can really just get up here and just fill 2 frames, and she'll be moving on to the next match against her on lanes 1 and 2. So Allison is going to step up here on lane 4. The best Anna can do is 186. So if Allison gets to 187, then she has this match locked up.
Yeah, she basically just needs count here in these next 2 frames.
It's got a hook. She leaves the 1-2-4, so
You know, she's already got 179 with 0 here. She would just need 7 in the 10th. You know, I really like her odds. She's been hitting the head pin pretty good throughout the entire match. And I did just get word that the if necessary match will be on this pair. There will be no re-oil. There will be a short break.
so just we're staying on 3 and 4.
Yep. They're going to bowl in their own transition.
Whose advantage does that come into play? Because I think Allison is, I mean, other than that shot, the shot before it, she's starting to see her ball just read and pick up a little bit sooner and get a little bit more action down lane. So I think this will actually play into Allison's hand very well, as Anna's kind of, these last 2 frames, gotten a little lost with her ball reaction.
Yeah. So Allison just needing 1 pin here in the 10th frame to lock up the win here. And that's exactly what she does. Nose dives there in the 10th, going to shoot 200 plus this game, and she's going to get the win over Anna Antony and head into that round 5, if necessary, match here in the finals of the U15 girls division here at the
Pretty
Parker Bohn
crazy how
Scholarship
we saw,
Tournament.
you know, some of those scores were lower in the bracket earlier today. Some of those scores were lower, but these girls have kind of turned it on here, coming to the title match. They both want it.
Absolutely. You know, Allison's gonna shoot 200 plus here with a hit here. The second hit in the 10, she's gonna bowl 220. Got a solid game. You know, no
3. That'd be the highest set of the day too, I believe. So she's gonna shoot 215 or 214 here, depending on the spare. And I will note this, clean game there, Justin. As you pointed out, the girl who puts more clean frames together is going to win these matches.
Oh, absolutely.
Allison did that with 10 clean frames there. And like you said, Anna's going to try a different ball here. Appears to be a radical ball.
Michael, I'm going to let you take over here. I've got 1 or 2 tournament director things to attend to and take care of. And I will be right back for the, if necessary, match here in the U15 Girls Finals.
Very good shot there from Anna on the ball change. Really got that, I believe, a little bit of surface on that ball, helped it read earlier, and it saw it really well. And it looks like Anna's actually going to throw another ball here. Don't know the exact ball. That one did not read as much, but we're going to be moving on to the if necessary match here. Allison versus Anna on lanes 3 and 4. And we'll be back in a couple minutes. So grab your popcorn, grab your drink, and stay with us. Awesome spare there from Anna in the 10th. But like I said, grab your food, grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and come back in a couple minutes.
14 final decisive match. So right now, we're going to reset. Everything will start. And
I just trying to move it. You'll be buzzed.
once in a while, my foot's a little bigger than I thought. But everything will reset. Allison, you will start here on left lane. Good luck, ladies. Let's have a nice send-off for our final.
All right, so we are back here. Allison's going to start off this match on the left lane. Pretty good. Ooh, bad break there, leaving the 5-7. But hits the one in the front again. Makes a good pitch. Just unfortunate there to lead the 5-7 here. See if she can slide this 5-pin straight over there. So rough start there from Allison, but it's a 20-frame match, total pinfall, so anything can happen. I've seen deficits of 60 pins disappear after one game, so anything can happen here. As Anna steps up here on the left lane, used the ball that she threw the first shot in the 10th frame with, and leaves the 3-10 here, baby split. A little bit, gets the 10 out, so both girls start with an open frame and are going to be up here on the left lane, looking to bounce back. And I like this ball change that she made to a different ball that's going to see it a little bit quicker. I think it's going to prevent her from leaving those buckets. Looks to be a miss in, and gets one back. Gets a break back there. And Allison's going to come up here on the right lane looking to regroup. Good pitch there. And they all fall down. Really good there. Really good shot there from Allison. Really good bounce back. And she's going to look to put a double on the board here on the left lane. She's hitting the pocket with much more consistency right now. It looks like she is definitely settled in to this TV pair style match here on 3 and 4 in Bohn's Elite Training Center. Once again, we want to thank our main sponsors, Brunswick, the brands of Brunswick, Ebonite, DV8, Radical, Track, Hammer, and Columbia 300. For helping making this tournament possible. Allison gets a couple taps there on the 1 and the 4, leaving just the 2-pin. And joining me right now in the booth is going to be none other than superstar Brandon Bohn. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good before I said the superstar part.
Our feelings hurt.
Days like today, you know, they happen.
Yeah,
Yep.
you cannot win them all. Not even you.
Nope, nope. Not even the best in the world.
Not even the best in the world. Good spare there from Allison on the 2-pin. So to catch you up on this match, we started and it was a tie ball game after the first game in match number 1, 162 to 162. Then Allison really stepped up and threw a clean 2:15 game to take the win in the first match. And now this is the final match between these two girls for the U15 title at the Parker Bohn III Scholarship Tournament. This one's for all the money, the check, the trophy.
And what's very unique, Mike, is it's very different than any other tournament that we've seen. You know, it's a 2-game total wood title match here. It's a very, very different. Sometimes you will see in a stepladder format that it's just 1 game. But this format runs through the stepladder and through the title matches. So it is a 2-game total wood double elimination.
And I like it. I mean, it's a really good format. It helps. It means that after 1 game, you're not out. You're not out of it at all. So.
Right. So I'm taking Justin's role for a few minutes, and
I think Justin's actually going to come back in here and commentate with you.
well, I'll take Justin's role.
Yes.
And then Justin will take back Mike's role. So Michael has his little brother Ian still in the U18 division, competing to try to get to the stepladder later on today. And now Justin has officially joined us back in the booth.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. So I've taken over Mike's role. He filled me in.
Well, you took over my role, and then I took over Michael's role. So now, here we are, you and me back in the booth.
Yes.
Not
on the spare.
Yeah, not the frame she was wanting there. You know, she's got 3 opens already on the board in 4 frames, looking at 44 in the 7th. Not the start that she wanted after, you know, she was the higher seed coming in, came out of the winner's bracket, needed to win one of these 2 matches, and off to a slow start here at the beginning of match number 2. It's Allison there. Yeah, she's getting the light mixer now, and that's a pretty good sight to see for Allison. You know, she wasn't carrying those light mixers in the last match, and you know now she's hitting the pocket. She's getting in that light switch zone, and now that they're all going down, that's a pretty good sight to see, and that's definitely the sight that Allison wants to see here, as she had to defeat Anna twice, and she has already done that once, and is off to a pretty good start to do it again.
Yeah, she's looking good here through 4 frames. Started out with a split in the first frame and strike in the second, spare in the third, and 9 in the 5th on a strike in the 4th. So with a spare here, she'll have a 22-pin lead.
Makes the spare there, no problem.
So as we just saw, Anna Anthony, so she's struggled so far in the new section of Howell lanes here.
Yeah, fortunate break there, you know, just leaving the 5-pin. Like I was talking about with Michael, the biggest thing I feel in this U15 Girls Championship match here is definitely going to be filling frames. And the biggest part of filling frames is leaving spares that you can make. And Allison has done a fantastic job of that. She bowled a clean game in the second game of the first match, as Anna shooting at the 5-pin and just hooked right by it. And that is not the frame she was looking for.
Especially off 2 opens, Justin. You know, she's already down in the match, and you know, missing another spare, that's not going to help.
Yeah, she's down 33, and she's missed 3 makeables. If she makes those 3, we got a tie ball game. So,
Yep.
Stepping back up here in the 6th, looking to get something started here. as she changes balls, goes back to the ball she threw the last match, gets them all to fall. Pretty convincing strike there.
Great shot off the miss makeable there. And I think it's important to look at, you know, how these girls got here. So in the first round, Anna actually defeated Allison 337 to 334. Another great shot from Allison on lane 4.
Allison is putting the heat down here.
Yep.
You know, she bowled 215, like I just mentioned, the second game of her last match, bowled 377, and is, you know, in that splash zone now, you know, where her ball is getting to the end of the pattern. It wants to pick up now, where on the fresh it didn't quite want to. And her ball is going through the pins pretty convincingly right now. Doesn't do a whole lot to the ball. Schrader is definitely proven to be greater here so far here at Bohn's Elite Training.
Another good shot there in the pocket.
Yeah.
Flat 10.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, she's doing what she's supposed to. She's getting to the pocket pretty good. When she isn't, she's leaving makeable spares. If she does get to the pocket and it doesn't strike, she's leaving makeable spares. And that's the biggest thing, and she's, you know, continuing to fill her frames. We look at the last 6 frames here from her. She's got strike, 9 spare, strike, 9 spare, strike, and unfortunately 9 missed there. But, you know, she's done a pretty good job of filling frames so far. As she's sitting down in the 7th frame, 116 in the 7th, 176 pace. Anna Anthony at a 155 pace, so down 21 here.
With 2 strikes here and in the 7th and 8th, can make this ball game pretty close.
Yeah, that's one way to get started there, as she gets to 9 out late. Big strike there for Anna Anthony, as that is a double. She is now down 11.
She needs a drink of her Sprite between shots here.
You know, taking the time, cooling down, you know, taking a step back, deep breath, drink, whatever it may be, to do that. It's all right. She can do that here.
Take as much time as you need, Justin.
Absolutely. So stepping up in the 8th on a double, looking to make it a triple and get back in this match. Pretty good shot. Great pitch there.
And a ring of 10.
Yeah, that was a really good pitch. You know, she's those were 2 pretty good frames there from her. 2 pretty good pitches that she's made in the 7th and 8th to really get back in this match after the start that she had in the first 5 frames.
This is a big spare here, too. Although it's in the 8th frame. And this is another spare, Justin.
Unfortunate break there, yeah. Looked like she had some footing issues. Looks like she's had some footing issues here on the other side of the wall throughout, you know, these 3 games here. Allison.
And I think it's so important to look at, you know, look at Anna's game here. She's missed 4 spares and she's only down by 24.
Yeah.
She makes 2 of them, the match is pretty much even.
Right. And Allison with another good shot that runs him over pretty convincingly once again.
Yep.
So, did you know Allison was the first Triple Crown winner in PJBT history?
Really?
Yeah. She won the bracket tournament, the Survivor tournament. No, the bracket and the Survivor are the same thing. The Masters and Championship weekend in the same year.
Wow. That's really impressive.
She steps up here in the 9th, looking to
Brooklyn?
go Brooklyn, get a double, maybe not. Leaves a 9 pin there. Again, missing the pocket. Another makeable spare on the board.
Just fill the frame.
Absolutely, and that's all you can ask for, at least on the first one. That's half the job.
And she covers.
Yep.
So 9 spare in the 9th frame, 136 in the 8th, with a spare in the 9th. She's up 24 pins with a 9th and 10th frame left. In game 1 of this two-game match here.
Yeah. So Anna's stepping up, got the 9 out late on this shot. Let's see what she can do here off the open frame.
That looks pretty good.
It looks like it was close.
Scrapes high a little for a 6-10.
Yep. Yep. She got a makeable spare here on the board, leaving the 6-10. So fill her frame here, move on, possibly get a double on the board here in the 10th. Covers a spare, no problem there. we got a 24-pin match here. Allison up over Anna, going into the 10th frame of game number 1 of the If Necessary match. If you're just joining us, Allison Stakowitz did win the first match over Anna Antony, as Anna came out of the winner's bracket. And this is the If Necessary match in round 5.
Great shot there on lane 3.
Yeah, that was a really good pitch. Marking the 10th frame, you know, that's pretty big. Ultimately, what can help her score is a second hit in the 10th. Whether she, you know, if this would be the, never want to leave a big 4, but if you're going to, this would be the time to do it, where, you know, you get 8 and count instead of 10. So looking to make it a double here and cut in that lead just a little bit more. Massive break there, going Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's a big break.
It still looks like she's having some footing issues, Justin.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Back off that shot. You know, she needs another drink of that Sprite, you know.
Yeah, take the time. So, I will say this: Allison did get a couple of fortunate breaks in the last match, going Brooklyn, throwing a really good one, and then going Brooklyn again for a triple. So 2 Brooklyn turned into a triple, and Anna getting one of those good breaks back, as she just doubles in the 10th there. Looking to finish off game 1. Going to shoot 160 on the dot. Well, 162 her first game last match. Allison at a pace of 176. So Allison currently up 16 going into the 10th frame.
Oh.
Wow. You know, a little high on the head pin, little nosedive, didn't hurt anybody. It was another good break there for Allison. You know, like we talked about, you know, she doesn't really do a whole lot to the ball. You know, keeps the game simple.
She keeps it in play and makes her spare.
Yep, and that's the biggest thing we talked about on the top of the show. That the biggest key here was going to be filling those frames, as the scores have not been very high. Allison just shot the high score in the U15 girls bracket with 377. So, biggest key there is definitely filling those frames, as she goes a little light there, leaves the 2-4-5. And with a spare, she can shoot 176, be up 16 pins heading into game 2. Makes the spare, no problem. Gonna shoot 176, Allison. Anna shoots 160. So Allison going to be up 16 heading into game number 2 here.
All right, everybody, Allison Stakowitz is up by 16 pins right now. So she has a 16-pin advantage. This is our last game. All right, ladies? Let's give her a round of applause. Our championship trophy and $700 birthday check. Good luck, ladies.
So as Parker Bohn III goes out in front of lane 3, if you missed it, just giving the ladies one more send-off as they try to claim their bid as a 2022 PB3 Scholarship Tournament winner in the U15 Girls Division for $700.
Yeah, I do want to, you know, give a huge shout out to all of our sponsors and all the parents that bought raffle tickets and supported our raffles, and all the athletes that supported our event to get the prize fund the way it is. You know, 14 entries in the U15 Girls Division for a total prize pool of $1,500 for a $70 entry. You know, the winner getting $700 here, the runner-up getting $450. You know, it's a really great prize fund for only having 14 entries. You don't see that anywhere else.
Nope. And down the line, you know, the prize funds are, I think the prize funds are unbelievable here, and we couldn't do it without all of our sponsors.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, want to take a quick moment again and give a shout out to our presenting sponsor of this year's event, Brunswick Bowling, and the brands associated with Brunswick: Ebonite, Deviate, Radical, Track, Hammer, and Columbia 300. They are the presenting sponsors of this year's event, and that prize fund does not look as good without them, along with all of our other sponsors, but the main shout out goes to Brunswick Bowling.
Yeah, and I believe in the U15 boys, which we'll have coming up here next. After this match concludes, the first place winner will receive $8,000. Not quite sure off the top of my head what U18 girls looks like. I believe, if I had to take a guess, it would be around the 1,400 range, and then a huge jump to the U18 boys division, which we're oh my, a 5'10" there on lane 3. Back to what I was saying, the U18 boys division winner will receive $2,500 later on today.
Yeah, I can pull up those prize funds here and give you those exact numbers. Giving over $23,000 this weekend in just the singles event.
Just a single event.
Overall, given over $32,000
Unbelievable.
on the weekend. You know, if you don't have plans for Labor Day weekend next year, mark your calendar, because Howell Lanes and Bohn's Elite Training is going to be the place to be. Allison's going to get one there in the second on the spare attempt. As we were talking about before, the prize fund in the U15 boys division winner today is going to get $1,000. U18 girls is going to get $1,300. And like he mentioned, the U18 boys division is going to receive $2,500 in scholarships. Stay tuned all day long as we are going to bring you the finals here inside Bohn's Elite Training and Rev Rates VIP Entertainment. So good pitch there from Anna, just a touch high there, leaving the 3-6. 9 it looks like. Thought she only got 8. She got 7. You know, filling the frame here is key, as she's down 16 coming into this game.
And this spare here and the next shot could be 2 telling frames in this match. You know, she's down 16 after the first game. She can dig into that lead a little with the spare here.
Yep, really, really good frame there from Anna. Like we talked about, just simply filling frames, you know, keeping it simple. Allison, the last frame, you know, had gone light before and hit the pocket. And, you know, she had left the 5-pin, left the 10-pin the same way that she just did, but to leave both. Very unfortunate break there for her in the second. But Anna with a chance to keep the lead at 3 pins for Allison. She gets it close to the pocket, leaves a flat 10, just a touch light. And with a spare here, she's going to be in contention here, coming down to the stretch in this 2-game Total Wood winner-take-all match for the U15 girls title. Misses the spare, not what she was hoping for there, and looked like she, again, has been struggling with the approach.
Footing issue.
Yeah. So Allison now here, up 15 pins in the match overall. Looking to get back on it after the open frame in the second. Looks pretty close. Gets them all to fall.
Back.
That one was loud. That one hit pretty hard.
Yeah. So a 15-pin match here with 7 frames of play. Allison stepping up in the 4th frame on a strike in the 3rd. Can expand on her lead. And a 3-5-6.
Yeah, not the very traditional leave for a right-hander. That's a leave that you would leave, Brandon.
Yeah, not the ideal leave on the right side. Running away from the pocket a little bit.
But again, either way you look at it, another makeable spare. She fills her frame, no problem. No issue with counter. She was on a strike. And again, 2 more filled frames from Allison. And, you know, a couple more filled frames away from possibly holding this U15 girls bowling ball and first place check. Let's see what Anna can do here as she trying to rebound here from the missed 10-pin in the frame prior. Looks pretty close. She's going to get them all to fall. And that's going to be step 1. Hopefully step 2 is coming up next. Looking to get a double on the board here and cut into the lead, make it a 5-pin match. As we head into the last 6 frames of game number 2 of this 2-game total wood match. Allison 176, Anna 160 in the first game. Got a 1-pin match in game number 2, so 15 pins overall. Allison to the advantage. Let's see if Anna can put a double on the board here in frame 5. Looks pretty close again.
And a 2-pin.
Good. Yeah, just a touch light. Missing that break point again. Like we talked about, she's playing most of the shim, so she's going to have a little bit more miss room left, where when she gets a little right, it's not going to have quite as much energy going through the pins. You know, she's throwing quite an old bowling ball. A Ringer Platinum Pearl. Hasn't been a ball that's been around. I haven't seen that ball in a number of years here, but you know, it's worked out pretty well for Anna as she came out of the winner's bracket in match play. As she covers the spare no problem, and no harm, no foul on the spare there.
Just like Allison is throwing that infinite physics. And she's getting up here in the 5th frame, looking to keep it a 15-pin match with 5 frames to play.
Goes a touch high there, leaving the 310, and that's, you know, one of the more challenging spares that she's had to shoot at today. Typically when she's got that hit, she's been fortunate to get both of them to fall, or just the 3 or just the 10. Now she's got both of them, and she's looking at a baby split here. She's gonna miss right, get just the 10. That's an open frame for Allison. And just like that, we have a match that is less than 5 pins with 5 frames to go.
A 2-pin match now with that open from Allison.
Let's see how she can rebound here in the 6th frame.
And with a Brooklyn. Doesn't matter how they fall.
Nope, does not matter.
You know, Allison doesn't look too happy after that, that last shot on lane 4. She comes back with a smile on her face. Off the Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So, and then getting up here in the 6th frame.
She struck the last time on this lane. Can she do it again? She's going to get a Brooklyn of her own in the 6th. Another really good break as she was on a spare, missed a little left, and gets them all to fall. And now she's got an opportunity for a double, and she could take the lead here once again. She has not had the lead in quite some time in these matches here. She is taking one last sip of her Sprite can, and it is as it is just about finished, if it isn't already.
Yep.
But, you know.
And this could be a huge shot in the match.
Oh,
right?
my God.
She's on a strike. Her opponent just opened in the 5th. The momentum is slowly going Anna's way. She can get all 10 to fall here.
And that's pretty close.
And great shot.
Yeah.
7-pin.
Great pitch there from Anna. Almost gets the light mixer, leaves a 7-pin with a spare here. She's going to be in really good position, you know, only down 2 pins here. And Anna is definitely showing up when she needs to. She had not the best score her last match. She didn't have the best score her last game, Bohn 160, losing the first game by 16. But now she's got an opportunity, and she's put herself in pretty good contention. And just clips the 7-pin.
Barely gets there.
Yeah. Just clips the 7-pin. And she's put herself in contention here with just a couple frames left here in this 2-game total wood match in the championship match of the U15 girls division.
Now, just as I said, that Anna can put herself in a great position. Now Allison has that same opportunity, working on a strike in the 6th. Oh my goodness, and gets them all to fall for a double.
Wow. That's a massive break.
That might be the best looking double I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, goes Brooklyn the shot before, and then nose dives, gets the 7 out late for a double. She's looking at a 12-pin lead here. And, you know, like we said, she keeps it in play, keeps it close to the head pin. And ultimately, you know, if you're hitting the head pin, you got a good chance of getting a number of the pins down. So she's doing a great job of that, and has done a great job of that throughout this competition here today. Looking to make it a triple, trips the 4, leaves the 9. Excuse me, leaves the 7. As she is looking at a possible 11-pin lead with a spare in the 8th here. Covers the spare, no problem. And she is putting herself in good position. You know, she's going to sit down, get back up in the 9th and 10th with the possibility to finish the match. Up 11 pins. Anna now up in the 8th on a spare. Looking to cut into that lead. Looks pretty close.
Great shot on lane 4.
I'll tell you what, she's made some really good passes here down the stretch. As you know, now is definitely the time to do it. You know, she's got 3 SYC titles under her belt, 3 Pepsi titles. She's on the SYC All-American team. She was a high qualifier junior gold this year, at 12 years old, by the way.
Yeah, she's already racking up them scholarship dollars towards college. She's showing who's boss.
Right, and now is definitely the time to perform. She can make it a 1-pin match here with a strike in the 9th. And that one was way left to target. Gonna get 4 there. That was not the shot she was hoping for in the 9th frame here. But you know, she's on a strike. Fortunately, is not gonna lose any count. And you know, with a spare here, she's going to be down 11. But again, Allison in control of the match. Allison can have full control. Allison does have full control, excuse me. Looking for the spare here. It's going to go just a tad light, leaving the 2-5 on that. Not the frame she was hoping for in the 9th.
And Allison can, with that open in the 9th frame for me, Anna, Allison can take it home here.
Yeah.
All she needs is, she just needs a mark here, it looks like, in the 9th, 10th frame.
I'm going to go a tad light, leave a 2-pin. Another 9 count. You know, doing, like we talked about, doing what she's supposed to be doing. Anna is going to need, or Allison is going to need 169. So, with a mark here, she needs basically a mark in the 10th. She's in really good position. She's in full control, the position that you want to be in down the stretch.
Especially with that spare right there.
Yep.
She's 8 pins on the first ball. That will be 168.
So 9 on the first ball.
9 on the first ball is a winner. Let's see.
Again, the winner today taking home a $700 first place scholarship check, our first place bowling ball, and the big check.
She has proved that she can step up when she needs it. And she is the first Triple Crown winner in PJBT history, winning the bracket, tournament, masters, and championship weekend. And Brooklyn will seal the deal.
Yep, and she adds the 23rd annual Parker Bohn III Scholarship Tournament U15 girls winner to that list of her young bowling accomplishments at 14 years old. You know, she put on quite the display here inside Bohn's Elite Training in the championship match, defeating Anna Anthony twice. And Allison Stakowicz is going to be the U15 girls champion and the first champion crowned here at Howell Lanes.
First champion of 4 crowned today, with another Brooklyn strike there in the 11th frame, and one more to finish out her game here. But it's all over. Allison Stakowicz is your U15 girls champion at this year's event. So as you just saw, up next is the boys U15 championship. Allison finishes with 192.
She is the champion of this year's event.
Or 191, excuse me.
Allison Stakowicz going to win the Parker Bohn III Scholarship Tournament, taking home the $700 first place check and the bowling ball. And we will get an interview from our champion here in just a few moments.
All right, as we are wrapping up here, I'm going to step out for a little bit.
Absolutely.
See what's going on the higher end of the building here. And coming up soon, we will have an interview with our winner.
All right, everybody. In the U15 division, finishing in second place. How about a nice hand for Anna Anthony? Congratulations, dear. Nice bowling. All right, outstanding. Wonderful weekend. Now we need even more help out here. So my wife Leslie is writing the check as we speak. Our champion collecting the first place bowling ball. And Leslie is going to come out here with her first place check as well. How about a nice hand for our champion, Allison Stakowitz, and $700 in scholarship money. Good for you. Don't get stressed at all. That's pretty amazing there. You did unbelievable. How are you feeling right now?
Good.
Good. You got $700 more than, well, let's say than most of the other young ladies in the U15 division. But you bowled outstanding, especially coming over here and bowling 2 matches back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you just want to just take the bowling ball and the check home and go dive into the homework that's coming up, or you're going to enjoy the rest of the Labor Day weekend?
Both.
All right, well, at least we have an honest opinion there. Everybody, once again, how about a nice hand for Allison Stakowitz, this year's U15 girls champion, and $700 in scholarship money. Good for you. Way to go.
All right, and that's it for our under 15 girls division. More photographs and pictures to be taken of our champion, Allison Stakowitz. But coming up shortly, you're going to get a new stream on the Justin Bohn and Parker Bohn Scholarship Tournament YouTube channels for the boys under 15 championship. And then we're going to have simultaneous boys and girls under 18 championships following the U15 event. For the Bohn family, I'm $2 Phil Brilo. Parents, take the kids bowling because you know they'll have fun for life, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes.